Aloha and welcome to another edition of Kiki Corner. Today's edition, we're going to be showcasing one of our amazing teachers at Nana Ikapono. Her name is Miss Wendy Gumm. Currently, she's a third grade teacher.
Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Gumm, and as you can see, I'm busy cleaning my fish tank today. Mrs. Gumm is a person who likes science, and I would like to share a science lesson with you today. Okay boys and girls, here we are again today in my science lab of my house, and I want to share with you a very interesting science fact today, okay? It's called a phenomena, and the phenomena is things that we really don't understand and we need to study. And our phenomena for today is what goes up must come down, okay? And that's what we're going to study. Now, you guys can take different things around the house and try and do the what comes up and what goes down, but we're going to use paper helicopters today. The reason I got this idea, there was a man a long time ago, his name was Sir Isaac Newton, and he was very interested in this phenomena of what goes up must come down. And they say it was because he was sitting under a tree and an apple fell and hit him in the head. And so he did many studies on this phenomena, and he came up with a really interesting theory, which is an idea that we think this is how it happens, and then he was able to prove his theory into a law. Now, I'm not going to spoil that all for you right now, because I want you to experience that yourself. So, I was talking to Miss Sniffin, and he said, how are we going to study this phenomena at home? And we came up with the idea that we are going to use paper helicopters. How fun. Okay, so Miss Sniffin is going to be sending home a sheet of paper helicopters, all right? And on your sheet, there will be 3. One for you, one for mom, and one for your brother and sister, if they're good to you, okay? So now, I want you to carefully follow what to do on your sheet of paper. All right, Miss Sniffin, can you get my scissor cutting? There will be 3 boxes on your sheet. Now, you need to be careful. And the first thing you do is you cut out a rectangle, okay? Now, we know that a rectangle has 4 sides, so we want to make sure we cut out 4 sides, okay? And then you see some dotted lines. You never want to cut the dotted line. Never, never, never. Just cut on that big, solid line, okay? Make a nice rectangle for yourself, okay? All right, once we cut out the rectangle, then we have to be very careful, okay? We're going to turn the paper so the A and the B faces us, and we're going to cut carefully down that line and stop at the dotted line, okay? And I think you'll understand why you need to stop there. Then you need to turn your paper, and the letter C has a solid line, so we're going to cut slowly on that and not past the dotted lines if possible, okay? You guys gotta be very patient. And then we have to go to the other side and cut the D, okay? So if you're counting with me, there'll be 1 cut, 2 cuts, and 3 cuts. That's how you make the helicopter. Okay, now we'll go to the next step, which is the folding, okay? So we're going to take letter A, and right on the line, we're going to fold it so I don't see the A anymore. The A has disappeared. Then we're going to take the letter B and fold that backwards, okay? Backwards. Now, it's very important we fold it carefully, and I think you'll understand why, okay? In just a little bit. So, I open those up a little bit. Look, I can see some helicopter blades already happening. But it doesn't end there. We have to go back to the letters C and D, and we take the C and we fold it towards the front so it's hiding. And we can take the D and fold it to the back. Okay. Kind of looks like the letter T, doesn't it? With a flappy ear. And then there's one more we need to do. It's on the bottom. It's kind of hidden now, okay? Let me see. We can go to the back side. That's letter D. And we're going to fold it towards the front. Now we have a helicopter. And our helicopter is going to help us learn about what goes up must come down. Now I have to go to an area where I have a little bit more space, okay? So I'm gonna back up here so we can test this out, okay? Now, I'm going to be doing some tests or some experiments. And Ms. Snippen has provided a worksheet. It may look a little complicated, but you can see we will write down our different trials, okay? And we're going to be doing different things. We're going to put a paper clip on there, some tape on there, and you need to record what happens at the end of the sheet, okay? You may have to ask mom for some help, or brother, or sister, or dad, okay? But this is very important that you collect your data so that you can learn about our phenomena. Okay, ready to go, Miss Sniffen? All right, she is anxious to see that. All right, so we know what goes up and what comes down, and we have to find out what's making that happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold my helicopter above my head, and when I let go, I'm going to count on my hands to see how long it takes to go down to the floor, all right? So here is trial number 1, and it does not have anything on it. All right, boys and girls, count with me. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3. 3. So on my sheet, I'm going to put down 3 seconds. Can I make it go faster? Let me see. I'm going to come to the table here. And if you have a paper clip at home, grab a paper clip. And let's put the paper clip on the bottom of our helicopter. Okay? Now that helicopter would be heavier. So I gotta think, am I is it gonna be more seconds or less seconds? Okay, is it gonna be more than 3 or less than 3? We're gonna try it out. Now, I think it's important that we hold it up to the same height, okay, because that's an important part of our experiment. All right, we've got a paper clip on our helicopter, and I'm going to drop it and count. Ready, and go. 1, 2. It went faster. So now I have to go and figure this out. Why is it going faster? I'm going to ask you, this is the 3rd trial. What do you think would happen if I put on 2 paper clips? I'm going to let you tell me on your worksheet. I'm not going to spoil the surprise because it's phenomena. So, when you guys do that, okay, we got to think, I'm sorry, I'm going to break this down. We got to think, I have an object, and I know there's air all around it, so what is making it go down faster, okay? Or why is it dropping like that? Why isn't it just floating in the air, okay? Well, we did some studying in the Wikipedia. And when we learned that when we drop an object, what goes up and when it comes down is called gravity. That's what Mr. Newton did all his life. He threw apples in the air and he counted how long it took to get down. And I don't know how well you can see, but you can see other experiments that he did. He was always measuring gravity. And he came up with a rule that is accepted by every scientist in the world. And it says gravity is the force that attracts a body toward the center of the earth or towards another physical body having mass. So gravity is the law that no matter what you put up in the air, it's going to come down. Now, but it comes down at different rates, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So we're going to go one step further and we're going to elaborate on this phenomenon, okay? So this was kind of cool. What is making it come down? Okay, does it just drop down? Does it turn? You know, when I see a helicopter, it spins. Okay, so how do I know that my paper helicopter is spinning? Well, I got something cool here. Now you're going to have to see if you can get a piece of ribbon in your house, okay? And what we're going to do, I didn't think of this myself, boys and girls. I am not that smart, but I had fun doing it, okay? So now we're going to try and attach the ribbon, and you can use tape, but I'm going to try the paper clip to give it some weight, okay? Oops, it came off, sorry, hang on. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the helicopter, and now I'm going to show you something really cool, because helicopters need to turn, right? So I'm going to straighten my ribbon out all the way down to the bottom. Oh, I got a long ribbon. This may take me a while, okay? And I need to secure it so it stays nice and straight. I'll back it up, okay? And good thing we got big toes because it's my big toe that's got to hold it in place, okay? Okay, now I'm holding it up, all the way up, okay? And now we know that gravity is going to pull it down, but we're also going to learn about rotation because that's how a helicopter gets off the ground. Okay, so I'm going to try this. Ready? And watch. Oops, I didn't drop it. Okay, that was not the perfect drop, but look at what happens when I straighten up my ribbon. Okay, there we go. You can see that my helicopter made one spin and two spins, okay? And maybe this is a spin too up on top because I've used this ribbon too many times practicing. But we can try that one more time, right, Miss Sniffin? You got time for that? Okay, I'm gonna use tape because I think I ripped my ribbon. Oh, boys and girls, that's something about science. There's always mistakes in science, yeah? Things don't go right. So, we'll try it with tape, okay? All right. Here we go. But I think you got the idea, right? Very important to know how many spins. I'm going to straighten it out again. Boy, this ribbon's been used a lot. Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go. Straight ribbon, helicopter, spin. Ooh, that was quite a few times. Okay, Miss Sniffin. Oh, I'm seeing some spins, are you? Can you count with me, Miss Sniffin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This helicopter just spun 5 times. Wow, that's pretty cool. So there's 2 things you learn. You learn about gravity, which pulls it down, and you learn about spin, which makes things fly. So, for our elaboration today, if you want to be a pilot of an airplane, or you want to be a helicopter, you're going to have to know about spinning and rotation and the blades of your helicopter in order to go up or down. It's very, very important. You're going to be studying a lot of math and a lot of diagrams just like this when you grow up. So this is something you say, oh yeah, that looks cool. Then you want to be a scientist. One more thing, Miss Sniffin. If any of you are lucky enough to get in an airplane, this is what you're going to have to know, right? Because the airplane has a wing, and then the pilot, he has to make the wing go up or he makes the wing go down. So if he pulls the back of the wing up, then the nose of the airplane is going to take off into the sky. And when it's time to come down, he needs to push it down so the air goes over the top and pushes the nose down. So another word here, lift, okay? So lift, rotation, and gravity. So at the end of your sheet, after you do your trials, are we okay? You'll have an evaluate section. And this is something that scientists have to do in order to be successful. So some of the questions are, could I successfully follow directions and make a paper helicopter? That was the first step. Did I record the, I gotta go this way, sorry. Did I record the drop time of 3 trials without the paper clip? Did I record the drop time of 3 trials with a paper clip? Was I creative and tried to attach another item to my helicopter? And did I add the ribbon and count the spirals for 3 trials? If you guys did this chart and you were successful, then I am happy to be able to share my lesson with you today. And I want to thank Ms. Sniffen for coming to my laboratory house here and letting me share with you guys. If you have questions, go ahead and you can get a hold of Ms. Sniffen and she can get a hold of me, and we'll come back another day and we'll share science with you guys.
Yay, thank you so much, Ms. Gumm. I really appreciate it. So, I hope you enjoyed today's edition of Kiki Corner. Stay tuned for next week as we present another host from our Nanaikapono teacher staff. From me to Ms. Gumm, aloha and mahalo.
And you know, what goes up must go down.
Take care.
Whoa!